Hey, it's the Bible Forum, and I'm Warren Sprouse. It's Sunday night, 8 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night right here. We're talking about the future tonight. The future is coming at you faster than you can possibly imagine, and we're wondering if we can handle it. I'm reflecting on an article written by a futurist. His name is Thomas Frey, and he says that jobs are going away, and they're going away in these industries. He gives a brief overview of 5 industries where experts and observers say the jobs will be going away along with the jobs that will likely replace them at some point, and this over the next couple of decades. One of the jobs going away is in the power industry. He says electric power lines are going to disappear. Not tomorrow. There are at least 2 companies that plan to capitalize on existing variances found in nature. These variances are unusually elegant in the way they solve the problem of generating clean power at a low cost. Both companies have asked him to keep this quiet. Don't tell anybody what it is. But both technologies are intended to work inside the current utility company structure so that changes will happen within the industry itself. To begin with, these technologies will shift utilities around the world from national grids to microgrids that can be scaled from a single home to entire cities. No more dirty power plants, no more power lines to repair or to replace. Existing power lines will be removed. While the industry will go through a long-term shrinking trend, the immediate shift will cause many new jobs to be created. But there are a number of jobs that are going away. Power generation plants and all who run them. Coal plants. Many railroad and transportation workers will no longer be needed. Even wind farms, natural gas, biofuel generators will begin to close down. Ethanol plants will be phased out or repurposed. Utility company engineers, gone. Line repairmen, gone. The new jobs? Manufacturing power generation units the size of air conditioning units will go into full production. Installation crews will begin to work around the clock. The entire national grid will need to be taken down, estimated to take 20 years. Much of it will be recycled, and the recycling process alone will employ many thousands of people. Microgrid operations will open in every community, requiring a new breed of engineers, managers, and regulators. And there are many more that cannot even be imagined at this point. Another thing that's going to go away is the automobile. Automobile transportation currently is going driverless. Over the next 10 years, we will see the first wave of autonomous vehicles hit the road, initially by vehicles that deliver packages, groceries, fast mail envelopes, and so forth. The first wave of personal driverless vehicles will be luxury vehicles that allow you to kick back, listen to music, have a cup of coffee, stop wherever you need to along the way, stay productive in transit with connections to the internet, make phone calls, and even watch a movie or two for substantially less than the cost of today's limousines. Driverless technology will initially require a driver, but it will quickly creep into everyday use, much as airbags did. The first, luxury cars, but eventually it will be driverless cars. The greatest benefits to this kind of automation won't be realized until the driver's hands are off the wheel. With over 2 million people involved in car accidents every year in the United States, it won't take long for legislators to be convinced that driverless cars are a substantially safer and more effective option. The privilege of driving is about to be redefined. Jobs that are going away: taxi, limo drivers, gone. Bus drivers, truck drivers, gas stations, parking lots, traffic cops, traffic courts, all gone. Fewer doctors and nurses will be needed to treat the injuries. Pizza and other food delivery drivers, gone. Mail delivery drivers, FedEx, UPS drivers, gone. As people shift from owning their own vehicles to a transportation-on-demand system, the total number of vehicles manufactured will also begin to decline. Jobs that get created along the way: delivery dispatchers. Traffic monitoring systems, although automated, will require management team. Automated traffic designers, architects, engineers, driverless ride experience people. Driverless operating systems engineers, emergency crews for when things do go wrong. Apple is involved in another life-changing innovation. Education is another one of those areas that's going to change. In higher education, the open courseware movement that took hold in 2001 when MIT started recording all their courses and making them available free online. They now currently have over 2,080 courses available that have been downloaded 131 million times. In 2004, the Khan Academy was started with a clear and concise way of teaching science and math. Today, they offer over 2,400 courses that have been downloaded 116 million times. Now, the 8,000-pound gorilla in the open courseware space is Apple's iTunes U. This platform offers over 500,000 courses from 1,000 universities that have been downloaded over 700 million times. Recently, they also started moving into the K-12 space. All of these courses are free to anyone who wants to take them. So how do colleges that change steep tuitions compete for free? As the open courseware movement has shown us, courses are becoming a commodity. Teachers only need to teach once, record it, move on to another topic or something else. In the middle of all this, we are transitioning from a teaching model to a learning model. Why do we need to wait for a teacher to take the stage in front of the room where we can learn whatever is of interest to us at any moment? Teaching requires experts. Learning only requires coaches. With all the assets in place, we're moving quickly into a new frontier of teacherless education system. The jobs going away: teachers, trainers, professors. The jobs being created: coaches, course designers, learning camps. Fourthly, there are 3D printers. You've heard of them. But unlike a machine shop that starts with a large piece of metal and carves away everything but the final piece, 3D printing is an object creation technology where the shape of the objects are formed through a process of building up layers of material until all the details are in place. The first commercial 3D printer was invented by Charles Hull in 1984, based on a technique called stereolithography. Three-dimensional printing makes it as cheap to create single items as it is to produce thousands of items, and thus undermines economies of scale. It may have a profound impact on the world as the coming of the factory did during the Henry Ford era. 3D printed dresses, 3D printed shoes. Jobs that are going away: if we can print our own clothes and they'll fit perfectly, clothing manufacturers, clothing retailers are going to quickly go away. Similarly, if we can print our own shoes, shoe manufacturers, shoe retailers. If we can print construction materials, lumber, rock, drywall, shingle, concrete, and various other things, those industries will go away. New jobs that are created: 3D printer design, engineering, manufacturing. 3D printer repairmen will be in big demand. Product designers, stylists, and engineers for 3D printers. 3D printer ink sellers. That's not really ink. Then there are bots. You know about bots. We're moving quickly past the robotic vacuum cleaner stage to a far more complex machine. The big dog robot is among the most impressive and potentially useful for troops in the immediate future. It's being developed to act as an autonomous drone assistant that'll carry the gear for soldiers across rough battlefield terrain. Nearly every physical task can conceivably be done by a robot at some point in the future. Going away, fishing bots will replace fishermen. Mining bots will replace miners. Ag bots replace farmers. Inspection bots replacing human inspectors. Warrior drones replacing soldiers. Robots can pick up building material coming out of the 3D printer and begin building a house with it. New jobs: robot designers, engineers, and repairmen. Robot dispatchers, therapists, trainers, fashion designers. It's a whole new world. In these 5 industries alone, there'll be hundreds of millions of jobs disappearing. And many other sectors are going to be affected downstream. The downside of all this is the more technology we rely on, the more breaking points we'll have in our lives. Driverless drones can deliver people. These people can deliver bombs or illicit drugs just as easily as they can pizza. Robots can build buildings, but they can also destroy them. All of this technology could make us fat, dumb, and lazy, and the problems we thought we were solving will become far more complicated. We're not well equipped culturally and emotionally to have this much technology entering into our lives. And there are going to be backlashes. There'll be people out in the streets: destroy the robots! Get rid of those driverless cars. The campaign, I can see the signs. At the same time, most of the jobs getting displaced are going to be at the lower levels, at the low-skilled labor positions. And our challenge is going to be to upgrade our workforce to match the labor demand of the coming era. And that's not going to be easy, because the millennials, they've had it easy, and you see what they've got, and they're going to be raising the next generation. It'll be a rough road. But it's going to be filled with an amazing technology with a lot of potential. You up for it?